The franchise leader in all-time games played tonight.
A worrying new picture tonight of the financial burden Canadians are carrying and the anxiety it's creating.
It's estimated up to 300,000 Canadians have experienced homelessness over the past year.
The cost of living, higher interest rates have stretched more than half of Canadians' budgets to near the breaking point.
Demonstrators are also calling for the removal of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau.
Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. Remember, we were the freest country in the world, right? Now you can't even go to bed and wake up without them passing another mandate or a law telling us where the fuck we can and can't go. Let me get fucking us, right? Put your mask on and bend over. Hi, I'm a proud Canadian. I'm here to represent and make this country fucking great again. A lot of us embarrassed by the country and the state it's in. Since office, Trudeau up the cost of living 58%. Detain us like we heinous, told us take this vaccination, told us stay home and be patient. Treat it like it's a vacation. Don't worry, while you're sleeping, we'll go past another mandate. To rip your rights away, we'll do it quick just like a band-aid. Canada, if we continue to enable, all we'll have is artificial food to eat that's on the table. All the hatred, all the racism, like what's with all the labels? We all equal human beings and we all started in the cradle. They want to change your gender at your youngest and your purest, cause they profit from procedures that ain't covered by insurance. Inject us with the shit that only kills, it doesn't cure us. To decrease the population, acting like they did a service. Curriculums are forcing kids to choose their sexuality before they can articulate and speak with punctuality. A parent's worst nightmare has now become reality. Teachers shouldn't force on them pursuing physicalities. The topic of discussion isn't up for your debate. These are kids we talk about, they're only 6 and 7, 8. All the news about the housing and the interest that inflates. Talk about this human trafficking and children getting raped. Canada, I wanna hear your sound of freedom. Wanna hear a politician speak and actually believe them. All the changes that you say you're gonna make, I wanna see them. The commanders of this country all corrupt, so let's relieve them. They censor social media to hide the pedophilia. God, he doesn't judge you, well, I hope he ends up meeting you. They say that we're the freest country thriving, I don't see us even making past election if Trudeau's the one who's leading us. Stand up if you've had enough. I'm just sick of all these politicians acting like they one of us. Stand up for me, Canada. Let's solidify our unity, we'll need it when they come for us. Stand up if you've had enough. Now they censor social media and news like it will comfort us. Stand up for me, Canada. They don't have to deal with me or him and her, they'll deal with every fucking one of us. The housing crisis forcing all my people in the streets. So much debt is on my shoulder that I'm barely on my feet. $100 at the grocery store could barely fucking eat. $20 in the tank can barely get me up the street. And if they can print the money, why the fuck we paying taxes? And half the population homeless living out of trash bags. And how are you converting every vehicle to gasless? Maybe all this money's just been going in your mattress. And all these empty promises you fed to the indigenous, like where do all the burials of babies come to fit in this? A red dress is hanging on the freeway made them swing a fist, and now you have entire cultures wishing that they didn't miss. Black skin, white skin, red skin, yellow skin, brown skin. You don't have a color, you're in devil skin. My homies on the ride a lawnmower, bring the shovels in. The gangsters in the city showing up to bring the rebels in. Trudeau, like all he does is lie to you. It's time to tell the truth while you were kicked out of that private school. You touched a lot of children's hearts, I heard it was the privates too. Imagine this republic, just imagine what his wife would do. Sir, he doesn't have a mask on. Shut your fucking mouth, Karen. Go and get a tampon. 15-minute cities with device, they got a clamp on us. Finally I can speak and give advice and put a stamp on. Controlling our devices when the globe is in the crisis. All the oil and the prices and the soil value rises. And Trudeau is just like ISIS in the toilet with devices. He provoke us and entice us, now we won't take no surprises. Canada, like all we need is unity. How many people talked about injections at their eulogy? This isn't no attack, this is protecting our community. To even out the scale of justice, thus is our pursuit to stand up if you've had enough. I'm just sick of all these politicians acting like they one of us. Stand up for me, Canada. Let's solidify our unity, we'll need it when they come for us. Stand up if you've had enough. Now they censor social media and news like it will comfort us. Stand up for me, Canada. They don't have to deal with me or him and her, they'll deal with every fucking one of us. Oh, Canada, stand up in native land. True patriots love, and all of us command. Oh, Canada, stand up.
Hello and good evening, everybody. It is Raven here from St. John's, Newfoundland, coming to you live from Ground Zero, where we're supposed to be having one of the biggest protests ever, but we got snowed out, and we've got patriots across this country that are here to tell you what is going on in their provinces. So before we get started, I'd like to talk a little bit about freedom of speech, freedom to assemble. We have Canadians across this country that are doing everything legally and lawfully and are being treated like criminals. I apologize for the F-bombs in the video that you guys just watched, for all of my religious crowd that's watching. But you know what? Canadians are pissed off, and it's time that we take our filters off and call it for what it really is. So without any further ado, let's bring in our guests. Hello, Gary, Darlene, Ron, Miranda. Hi, everyone. All
How's
right.
everybody doing?
Good here in Newfoundland. How about you guys?
I
We're
can hear better now. Thank you. They moved the generator, so this is good.
Good. Welcome back. I don't see you on here. Oh yeah, there you are. Okay. So can you guys tell me what locations you're at and what you've experienced over the last couple of days? We'll start with you, Gary. What's going on in your neighborhood?
We're here in Ontario, and or across the Quebec border, and we're at the first truck stop when you come off 401, goes into 20, and we're on the right side. When we're during the day, you can see us. We're on the most busiest highway probably in all North America, and the response that we are getting from the people is amazing. Truckers are stopping, talking with us, spreading the word. People literally hanging out the window of their cars as they go by, cheering on. We're getting overwhelming support here, and numbers are growing every day. I just also want to put out there, we got heavy, wet snowfall. So the police did ask us to move back to the parking lot just for tonight. So there's a bit of false information that we, gave into the police. That's not the case. We just moved back for safety tonight, and we're back out there tomorrow morning on the road so that the snow plows, after they are done, we can get up there and put our signs and flags up. And we also have the Native community that's coming together. They are coming in with us in the next few days. So we have their support, and I'm trying to get everyone out there to unite together. And things are I expect this weekend we are going to have large turnouts. We're getting people texting us saying that they are coming for the weekend because a lot of people are working. So that's where we're at here at Quebec right now.
That's awesome. That's really good news. And you guys haven't had too many problems with police, like trying to push your line back or tow cars or anything like that happening out your way? Not yet.
They have been fairly flexible with us. The Quebec police are on a labor dispute strike right now, so we're not seeing as many of them. And the officers that I've been dealing with have been very reasonable with us, and not like what's happening out west or in the East Coast. But I have warned them, if they do push, we will stand our ground and push back. And everyone behind me and everyone that's with me want to do the same thing. And we're going to dig our heels in if they start pushing.
Awesome, Gary. That's really great news. We'll have to check back with you now in a minute and see what it is that you need for support out there. Darlene, how about you in Cape Breton?
Well, we had a pretty fantastic day one. We had about 70 people here. We were all set up with the tents and porta potty, and we got this garage type tent as our central station. And we've had local police collaboration. They're very happy with how we're handling things, how we have it all organized. Our main issue and problem right now is getting participants out after the first day. We've been kind of maintaining an average of 10 throughout the day, and then at nighttime it's done and we come in here and we regroup and trying to come up with a plan B or something, because, you know, we need decisive action of some kind. We got to be able to do something, because this isn't doing anything. We ain't got the people to succeed, I don't think. We're still holding the line, and we got a independent news media that comes out every day promoting it, everything. She's fantastic. So, you know, and I'm able to get hotspot every so often, so I can do a live Facebook to update people and everything. And anyway, we got good with we were worried about the RCMP. However, just 1 second, it could be the local police here. I'll get right back to you.
Okay, sounds good. That's Darlene. I guess she's going to get back to us now in a few minutes. Sam, what's going on in your neck of the woods? Where are you? You got to unmute yourself there, Mr. Sam. Sam.
Sorry about that, folks.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Absolutely.
Welcome to Nova Scotia, folks. We're here at the border doing the best we can. Our numbers definitely dwindled after the shenanigans of the RCs today, but you know, the morale is still up. We know we're getting somewhere because they're paying attention to us. The numbers across Canada of who is participating in this and all these nice little events that are popping up, really making a difference. So we got to stay persistent and acknowledge what they're doing to us and how they're doing it. And the people will see this. The Justin's Gestapo is doing a great job of protecting his interests. So if we want to win this, we've just got to document the best we can, keep our cool, don't engage, and it should just take care of itself in true Canadian form. But real proud of you guys for doing what you're doing across Canada. And I've been chiming in, and our censorship here is incredible. They've restricted all my videos. I'm amazed that I can even get into this. I don't know if you guys give me a thumbs up if you can hear this fine, but she's in and out. Awesome. Yeah, well, thumbs up to you guys. I mean, we've got a heck of a job on our hands, and you know, they are going to try and infiltrate us. Last night we had everything from motorcyclists going the wrong way on the highway to people coming in lighting off fireworks to yeah, just a whole bunch of pathetic actions. Tonight we had a fella show up on a sport bike at, I think we're -1 here. So, I mean, I don't know what kind of individual decides to go for a rip on a sport bike, but I'm sure we'll see him later on, because that's their, well, yeah, it is real, but I mean that anybody that actually has a motorcycle and rides it and cares about it, the amount of gravel and dirt in the corners, it's a dangerous game. So I'm pretty sure he's going to biff it. I hope I'm not around to see it. So
let's hope not.
But we got to keep holding the line. I'm certain we're doing a great job, because they're not relaxing on their presence. So they wouldn't be concerned about us and what we're doing if we weren't getting ahead. The amount of honks and waves, you know, there could be 2 of us out there. There could be, you know, I bet you we had 500 people day 1 here, both sides of the highway. It was incredible. And those travelers that are going back and forth over this border, they're not frustrated. They understand 100% that it was the RCMP that closed the road. We had people reach out on our behalf, stating that they were in the traffic and missing medical appointments, and the police were using that as their talking points. And the people that were actually there jumped to our defense to identify that actually it was you guys, because they had already come through and seen how professional we were being in respecting the flow of traffic. And I mean, most of us are in commercial transport, so if the freight's not hauling, you know, those people can't take care of their families and their communities. So that's not why we're here. we're here to get to the country clubs. We're here to acknowledge the fact that they're the ones doing the harm, and this carbon tax has to go right now. The miscommunication or the poor communication between divisions across Canada for the RCMP is very evident. Like, it's quite pathetic how they carry on. You know, the liaisons, they've done very good in their indoctrination clinics. They probably graduated top of their class because they are completely full of themselves. The yeses, the respect and the understanding of this and that, and zero follow through. They're just buttering up the story to suit their agenda. And we knew that. None of us engaged in this battle without the acknowledgement of how harmful they can be in protecting Justin's financial gain or whoever's paying them. So, but really proud of all you guys for sticking with the code of conduct, and the mission statement is true right now. We got to win this one, and the collective networking that we've been doing, talking to one another and realizing where this all stems from and all the other issues and harms that are affecting Canada. It's a genuine battle that we all deserve praise for our efforts, because we're really doing it. We're doing a damn good job right now. So my hat's off to y'all, and keep up the good work. We got to, I suspect by the weekend, our numbers are going to come back around. Lots of people that are traveling around and trying to prepare themselves. A lot where, the fear mongering is real. All these threats of arrest and whatnot. Like we said before we ever engaged on this, if you break the law, yes, you can be held accountable for your actions, and that's 100% understood by all of us. But we're not interested in giving them any rope. We don't want to give them anything to hang over us, because they're busy enough making shit to hang over us. So we got to take care of ourselves, and like I said, the documentation and not letting it get to you, because keep your vibrations high, and we will succeed. So, but yeah.
Well, thanks,
How you
Sam.
guys making out?
Sam, can I ask you a question?
No,
Sure,
no,
Darlene.
No,
We don't
wait a-
always
Oh.
get the internet, right? So we don't always get up to date what's going on in your location. But we heard that when the RCMP cut your blockaded you the first day, was there a bridge collapse from a trucker? No?
Absolutely not.
False information. Okay, we had no way to confirm that, right? And
The big issue with that is they redirected the traffic over a closed road and an underweight bridge. So the commercial transport was sent through a spot it shouldn't have been, in that the community identity.
Okay. And were you guys asked to move somewhere today? We heard something about that as well. Were you guys asked to move for the night
Sorry,
or something?
Okay. Wait a minute, guys. Like, we kind of doing a roundtable format. So if there's
Okay,
questions
no,
you
I'm
guys
just trying
have
to get
about
up
your,
to date
about,
on,
yeah. I understand and appreciate that. But there's panelists on here that haven't even had a chance.
Darlene, I'll message you later. Yes.
Hi.
I understand. Thanks for keeping the.
Yeah, no worries. It's just trying to keep in a format so that we can make sure that people are following, because it's more about what the public sees and, our call to action for them as opposed to internal housekeeping. All right, Ron, what you got in your neck of the woods? Tell me everything.
Well, our first day was a big success. We blocked the highway. It was backed up for many, many kilometers. The liaisons that we were speaking with were pretty decent, working with them. Day two, well, if you guys can see around everywhere, day two was a little more exciting for us, as they marched in 30 police officers standing in a ditch to not allow us to get up to the road. So we just basically sat there all day and watched them stand in the mud and the water, and we didn't proceed to the highway. And today we're doing the same thing. We're not in the ditch. We're just, following the rules and doing what we're supposed to do and not breaking any laws, because that's not why we're here. We're not here to break any rules and anything like that. But today's been another good day. The police and liaisons, they've been chatting with us. We're trying to have an open dialogue and, be able to do some other things here to have people see us, what we're doing. But other than that, everything is going great here. And we also have Rob Reese with us.
Hey,
Hi,
Rob.
guys.
How's
Hey,
it
how
going?
are you?
Good,
Good.
good. Did
So
I see?
we had an incredible first day in Hope in BC. We had 350 vehicles, about 600 people. We managed to have the RCMP close the lanes for us, which was really nice of them. It left us a lot of chaos on the highway, backed up for miles. That was great. The only issue there is at the end of the day, there was 3 of us left. Everybody went home. They're all wanting to work or whatever. They're trying to plan something for next Saturday.
Okay.
So when we realized that it was going to be a week before something happened in Hope, we've relocated 2 of our units to Cochrane to assist here with Judy and Ron and everybody that's here to bring people out to this location. So it's coming good here. And we've left a few people back on the West Coast that are working on some different strategies there. Hopefully this weekend we'll be able to get something back going in the Hope sort of Vancouver area, British Columbia.
Yeah, we're kind of doing the same thing here. Like earlier, like a week and a half ago, we had about between 500 and 1,000 fishermen at our front lines at the Confederation Building. And then they got a political pacifier. They stuck a fake promise in their gob and sent them home packing to get them off the line for us for April 1st, but they're coming back. So we had a little bit of a advanced kickstart, and then we had a slow down. Now we're going to ramp it back up again. So that seems to be kind of the way that we're all operating, right? It's like we're moving and then we're having to adapt. Would you guys agree? Like, this is like dancing right now.
Oh, yes. And we also have Judy Martins with us. She's the lead for this area, and she's doing an absolutely amazing job coordinating with liaisons and stuff like that. She's doing a bang-up job. So
the media, too.
So, and
I'll
the
say
media.
hi.
Yes.
Say hi, Judy. What would be your ask of?
What would be my ask of people?
What just happened? Where'd Dana go?
Oh, Dana, we miss you. Come back. Well, I'll just jump in and say hi, Miranda. Hi, Sam. Hi, everybody. Hi, Darlene. It's nice to see you guys here. It's I miss
Really
our Zoom
good to
meetings.
see
What
you.
can I say?
Yeah, just to let you guys know, all you guys around this country, you guys are doing an awesome job holding that line and, standing your ground. And we need to keep getting the message out and keep doing what we're doing. Keep it safe for people and just keep doing what you guys are doing around this country. We're all making a difference together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, is there anything that you guys need? Like, are you guys in need of people delivering copies? Where can they find the list of all the locations? Just to make it user friendly. I believe, Sam, you guys have a website set up with the list of locations. Is that being updated as everybody's kind of being transient and moving around?
Yes, Michael's working diligently on that. We are streamlining it as certain locations are dissolving, and although we are streamlining, the numbers of people that are still passionate about fighting this battle with us are real. And Rob, Judy, Miranda, great to see your faces. Miss you. Thank you immensely for the professionalism and that you guys are expressing. It's a whirlwind trying to do this. Unfortunately, the shadow banning in our particular location, the cellular is poor, to say the least. They've definitely been doing their job to mess with it, I'm sure, or it is just natural. But the locations will be updated, and if there's any questions, you can post on the main group and it should get through to us. Or sorry, we still got lots of traffic here. The admin 902 at Proton Mail.
Okay, and Ron, did I notice a photo that popped up that had like SWAT vehicles and stuff? Was that my imagination, or did I actually see that transpire?
No, there is photos floating around of SWAT vehicles, but they are down in Olds. That's what we're gathering. In Cochrane, we know that there's still SWAT teams sitting there as well. And we were told the second that we touch that highway, they will come in and remove us with whatever force they need. So, but they are floating around us, and they don't want us to touch that highway. So we're trying to work with them and keep proceeding. And for donations here, there's been people dropping off a lot of food, meat. We've been cooking so much stuff out of our trailer, making sandwiches and prepping stuff for everybody. But it's a natural movement, and you know, people want you to stay. They will bring stuff for you to stay. So here so far has been really well.
Awesome. And Miranda, you're in and out. We didn't get a chance to talk to her yet, so we'll let Miranda say hello, and then I'm going to come right back to you, Judy. Right? Is it Judy?
Oh no, I'm just waving at Miranda because I haven't chatted with her for a few days.
Okay. I was like, she was in the room, and then she was out of the room, and then she was in the room. So
yeah, well,
everybody's getting kicked out all over the place.
I got kicked out because cops just don't like to leave me alone. I probably meet with them 5 to 10 times a day. They come in probably every 2 hours, a single unmarked vehicle. The rule is they're only allowed one vehicle, unmarked, no uniform, and they can only come in if they phone me ahead of time. So he was coming to do his last nightly check-in with me, and I avoided him twice, and then he phoned a third time, and I answered it, and I got kicked out. But anyways, so here in Lloydminster, we kind of have a kind of funky situation with us. So I don't know if many people know, but when it comes to our location, I've made it very clear from day one with them that I run this show, not them. And so far that's worked for me. I don't know how long it'll work for me, but it's working for me so far. Every night it's the same thing. Are you planning on pulling back? And it's always a no, not happening. And every morning, so every night at 9 o'clock, I pull all my pylons. We have half a lane closed. We keep our people in the shoulder, but I do have half a lane closed. One, primarily for the safety of my protesters, but two, because, and I'm very firm on this, those pylons in half a lane, and it's only about a quarter of a kilometer that I have it like that. Those pylons in that lane are more of a voice in Ottawa than even us protesters are. And I'm maintaining and holding very firm to that. And one of the examples I keep using is the fact that when the Indigenous did their railway blocks, they would never have gotten anywhere if they would have stood beside the tracks and just waved with signs. And so I'm holding very, very firm that this needs to happen this way for a reason. And, you know, my voice is much better today. I didn't have much of one yesterday or the day before, but so I have 3 officers that seem to think we need to be babysat all night. Even once the protest shuts down for the night, we pull back all of our pylons. We open up both lanes again. We pull back all our pylons to what we call the dirt line. The dirt line is just off the edge of cement, and that's where we put our pylons at night. So the lanes are both open, but they still feel that we need a total of 6 officers to babysit us with lights flashing all night long. I have put my request in to have that end because we actually watched 2 accidents almost happen last night from people being blinded by those lights coming down the road when we're already slowed down for a total of about, I would say we're probably about a solid 4 kilometers, 2 on each side of the highway, of 30 zone and single lane by their choice, not mine. Although I'm okay with that on my protester side. So, and they know that I've told them since day one, and I continue to tell them with every meeting that I'm at with them multiple times a day, that this is only going to end one way for me personally. This is only going to end one way: drop the carbon tax or put me behind bars. And I'm very serious about that. So they're not. They know I'm not messing around. So now, because of what's happened, and I can give a bit of an update as to what's going on with Kirkella and Fleming and what happened today. So Kirkella and Fleming, they were not set up whatsoever. There was no protesters. There was no pylons. There was no cars whatsoever in their protest area. In fact, they were barely just getting out of bed kind of thing when all of the west lane of Highway 1 was completely shut down by police. And then when Tanner and Dallin started questioning them as to what was going on, they basically kind of tried to assert their authority and tell them they were under arrest. And Tanner said, "Not likely. We were doing nothing wrong at that point." And so the cops did back off that. And we put a call out. I'm sure you were all a part of it. Most of you in here were probably a part of getting a call out to get them some support out there, like we did for Cochrane. And they got some. They started out with 9 this morning. When that went down, there was about 9 of them, and within a few hours we had about 70 people to them, and they had backup. And all the police have moved out now, and they're now they're doing the same thing, though. They're stepping back off of the actual shoulder cement. They like to say off the pavement. And so that right now, that's what they're doing. They're holding the line right at the edge of the pavement. And I suspect from intel that my push will be tomorrow morning. And I'm fully prepared for that. I know exactly how they're going to come in. I know exactly what they're going to do. And that's fine. I said it before and I'll say it again. Until they make me go to the edge of the pavement, I'm not moving. So when they come in, I will move to the edge of the pavement. But I can't guarantee that's where I'm going to stay long term. But I know how to play the game, and I'll play the game as long as I need to play the game. Because at this point, like many of us, I have nothing left to lose. Nothing. And there is nothing more powerful in a protest than someone who's got nothing left to lose. So bring it on. They know exactly. I've said it multiple times to them. We've got an amazing setup here. We run I'd love to show you guys, but if I take you guys out there, you ain't going to hear nothing. So, but that's all day long here. All day long, there isn't a single vehicle that doesn't pass us that isn't honking their horn, hanging out their windows. It's nothing but love and support, even in the slow lane. I'm probably averaging about 25, 30 campers every single night. And about probably, I don't know, 60 to 70 on average every single day, all day long. We've had some pretty extreme winds. I'll show you guys all. I normally wouldn't do this, especially on live, but we haven't had sun. We don't get sun here, apparently.
Not here either.
Yeah, apparently the skies are always cloudy, but we do get enough wind that it looks like I've had sun. So
fun.
So we have an amazing kitchen and kitchen staff, and we're being fed amazingly well. Tonight was Wing Wednesday. We had 150 pounds of chicken wings donated. So we invited the community in and rallied up a little bit more support from that. Some of the community came in for the free chicken wings, and we were able to tell them that this is what was going on. And that's one thing I really want to touch on, actually, with this opportunity, Dana and everybody else, is I think what we're finding here for all of us when it comes to numbers and the support is the relation to Freedom Convoy. Okay. And a lot of people, whether they liked it or didn't like it, it doesn't matter. There's being a lot of relation back to Convoy with this movement right now. And that's going to take a little bit of time for us to pull away from, and for people to realize this is not Freedom Convoy in disguise, that this is the carbon tax movement. And that's super important for us to make sure that we continue to try and pull that away from that this is not Freedom Convoy 2.0. This has nothing to do with it. Just because we have Canadian flags or just because we're honking to get attention, this is not Convoy. This is carbon tax only, period. Drop the carbon tax. And the other thing that I wanted to point out, especially after all of these cops issues that we've had and with the few incidents we've had now, is the fear for people, right? The cops' intentions with a lot of this was to put the fear in protesters, and especially protesters that have come out for this movement that have never protested before because there wasn't a reason for them. They didn't find a relation to themselves in those movements. And now they've found themselves in relation to this movement and they've come out. And then when they see the police forces build up like that, for us, for a lot of us who've done this for a very long time, I mean, we're not afraid of them, and we know that what our rights are, and we protest and we do what we do. But for these newbies, I want everybody to understand something, especially with this one. The police are not just going to storm in and just arrest everybody, right? That's never going to happen, never, especially because of the Freedom Convoy and trampling on people's rights. The police are always going to come in first and give you your options and tell you, if you don't do this, you will be arrested. You then have that choice to walk away and do as you're told by the police or be arrested. So I want all those people out there that might be afraid because police are involved to understand that you have every right to be out there protesting. You have every right to say what you want to say and have your voice heard and not be afraid that you're going to get arrested. You will always have the warning to leave the protest or back it up from where you are to a different line long before a police officer will ever come and arrest you. And 9 times out of 10, us organizers will generally always stand in front of you and take that bullet for you. So I want the newbies and the people that are a little bit scared of the police to understand not to be afraid and to get out there and have your voices heard, because you're not going to have very many opportunities in life with a lot of this censorship that's coming up to have your voice heard. So as for my location and what I need, honestly, the only thing that I just need that. I need the people to come out, not because I need numbers, but I need the people to come out because I want to empower Canadians to protest and have their voice heard. I mean, the numbers are great and everything, but I want the people's voices to be heard. I want this carbon tax gone. I want every Canadian to get a pay raise. I want people to stop dumpster diving to try and feed their families. I want people to be able to pay their rent and not worry about living in their car. That's what I want out of this, and that's what my need is for my location, Dana.
That's awesome. I'm just going to chime in here for a second and let you know that in Newfoundland, we're coming for it all. We don't like the carbon tax. We don't like the sugar tax. We don't like the loss of bodily autonomy. We don't like any of this crap. So in Newfoundland, it's an open invitation. If you're upset about something, you're welcome to join us about any facet. So yeah, I think that's great. So you guys are all a bunch of conspiracy theorists. Right? The carbon tax, don't you guys get a fat check? Haven't you guys been getting the rebate checks? Come on now, guys. It's all about getting the rebate checks. There's no tax on tax on tax on tax. Right? Oh my God. Gary, can you tell us what's going on with the taxes? Unmute yourself. Don't you do you get a fat carbon tax check? Like, don't you get that check and go book yourself a family trip to Florida on the government?
Oh, you got to be kidding me, man. all that is a joke, right? And I got to say that, Trudeau keeps pushing that and trying to make it look good. He's nothing but a joke, and he's lying and fooling the people. So.
Yeah, I think so, Gary. But people need to understand that not only is the carbon tax a hidden cost on absolutely everything.
Yeah.
But
Now, let me tell you something. I'm a farmer, and I lost my farm to the banks because there was no protection for the farmers, or the banks just pulled out. But that's what got me into this fight to begin with, that I started fighting against the government. And this carbon tax, when it hits the farmer, by the time you buy the product in the store, it gets hit several times by this carbon tax. And people may not realize how many times your food, before it hits the grocery stores, how many times that gets hit with the carbon tax. And that price is all put into the food, and you got to buy this at the store. And it's becoming even harder for people to survive.
I'm so sorry that you lost your farm. It's like everything agricultural, fisheries,
Yeah,
farmers. It's like
they
it's
are.
all
They're attacking the small farmers.
they really are. And like, how do they expect to feed Canadians? Maybe they all hope you're going to be cricket farmers.
Well, as you've all know, they want to start making meat in laboratories, and so get rid of the beef farmer, and how much milk gets flushed down the drain every day. They're stuck to quotas, and they can't produce any more than what that quota allows them to, and the rest gets flushed down the drain.
It's awful. I'm so sorry that you lost your farm.
No, I'm not sorry at all. It put me on a different path, and now I'm on this fight against the carbon tax. And people here, they started out the first day I was here. We had very few numbers. I put out a call, an SOS. Each day, more people have been showing up, which has been wonderful. And I got to say, the police here have been really helpful to us. So, and the only thing I can say, we're keeping it peaceful, and we're trying to do it the right way. And as long as they work with us, and I can work with them, and I'm sure that by the weekend we should have a big turnout here. But the only thing I have noticed, the bigger numbers that we get, the more police cars seem to be showing up around. So I don't know what to expect, but we're trying to stand the ground the best that we can. But we do need the numbers.
Well, I think that's what's most important. Somebody's getting some major feedback. If you guys are not talking, would you mind popping off your mics for a minute? There we go. Yeah, we do need the numbers, and I think that Darlene is in really big time need of numbers on the Nova Scotia ferry side. I think that they're really struggling over there. I know that in Newfoundland, we've been struggling to get our numbers up, but the fishermen are coming back, so that's going to be a big jump for us. That'll put us right on the map and catch us up with some of you guys.
Hey, Dana. Okay, Dana left. I got to say bye, everybody. My cops are coming to bug me. So love you all. I hope I talk to you all soon. And keep holding that line, you guys. We can do this. It might just take us some time to build, okay?
Right on.
Thanks, Miranda. You're doing an amazing job. Hearts from ours to yours.
Look, I'll show you guys. Look, I'll show you guys. There they are.
Wow. Thanks, Miranda.
You're doing a bang up job, kid. You're doing a bang up job.
Well,
hey, Dana, awesome. I just want to add to something that you're talking about with the farmers with the carbon tax.
Yeah, the going concern is definitely numbers.
We had a comment this morning with a farmer, a great conversation actually, about what his carbon tax fees are monthly. He runs a feedlot and he's a fairly large farm, but his carbon tax has increased with this now will be $7,000 a month.
Yeah.
That gives people an idea of just how much money it costs to run these farms. It's an increase of $7,000 a month.
Nobody can afford that.
They can't afford to absorb those taxes. They have to pass, as my favorite saying is they pass the savings on to the customer. We don't want to have to do that. If you're a business owner, you can't do that. You're just hurting the customer. And again, that force multiplier, as it makes its way to the grocery stores, that's what happens, right?
That's really scary. It is absolutely scary. And, we don't want people to be like last minute, all of a sudden, getting at the grocery stores and then realizing I should have been out protesting, right? I should have been out protesting. Because right now, people are just starting to see it at the pumps. They're not really seeing it on their groceries and stuff yet.
This carbon tax needs to stop now, because if we let it go for 3 months, people literally will be living on the streets because they can't afford it. The government has said people are $200 from being bankrupt. It's so true now, more than any other time in my lifetime anyway.
Yeah, and I think too, another thing that people don't realize is that everything that we consume requires trucks. right? In particular in Newfoundland, requires trucks, and they realize that the fuel goes up, which gets added to the cost of the movement and shipment of goods, and it hits our table. And I don't think we should take any substitute taxes. Do you guys? Because like there's rumors of like that they'll change it. They're looking for an alternative to potentially bring HST up to 9% and to drop the carbon tax. It's like, no.
Yeah, no, that's just another way of hiding the tax and still shoving it out there. Tax. Yeah, what about this rain tax that they're shoving out, right? So.
And then there's something else that we need to remember too. So it just went up to $80 a ton. They're trying to get this up to $175 a ton. So if you think it's expensive now, this is going to keep climbing year after year until 2030. So if it's expensive now, it's just going to get worse. So we need to axe this tax, and that's how we're going to put more money back into people's pockets. And then by doing that, that's what's going to make people happy. At least they'll be able to at least afford some of their bills or some food for their kids by putting money back into their pockets. It's pretty simple.
You will owe nothing and be happy.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, up in this area here in Ontario, small towns, as well as the big cities, homeless camps are popping up everywhere. I've seen entire families, and I've seen even elderly living out of vehicles, and it's becoming a scary situation in this country.
It is.
Our one liaison, she had no chance to deny it, that the harm is in our communities. Because I was laying out some instances and some stories from my garage and the reason that I decided to jump on board this. And I could see in her eyes as they were welling up that the realities that she's going to be carrying, deceased people out of their homes from starvation. And, we are a bit different, but we're all the same. It's crippling our industries. It's crippling our communities. And it's destroying our homes because the frustrations that are building because we're going without and we're sacrificing the joys for the essentials. When you don't get to recharge your battery and find the love and focus on the good and be able to share that with your neighbor when they're having a hard time, if everybody's down in the dumps, it's compounding and they know it. And I asked a bunch of our officers here, I'm like, hey, the option is early retirement. Come and join our side. You guys know exactly what's going on. You could be a valued asset to our team in abolishing this carbon tax. And I said, everyone I talk to, I remind them, I'm like, if we succeed, you get the raise too. And this will help your family and your grandkids and their grandkids, and the estates in which your parents and grandparents have passed on to you can stay in the family instead of being released back to these banks that they have no rights over the property, but they're going to take them anyways based on these fallacies and this nonsense. And there is groups. There's a group meeting right tonight that is coming up with a real sturdy conversation to offer to the people in a positive change to identify the harm and eliminate the UN's infiltration and the WEF's infiltration and this pandemic treaty that's about to come over us with the WHO and how it's all linked together. But we won't be able to battle those unless our people have the stability and the wind in their sails, as I've been calling it, to really feel the love and understand that the voice of one person is actually a very powerful thing. And together we can move mountains and we can get it, unthinkable things accomplished. The one liaison told me this is an impossible protest before I ever showed up. And I was like, buddy, my entirety is tackling challenges I'm not sure if I can fix. And it's one tool, one bolt at a time with a tool that may or may not work. And, we gotta keep focused and just keep willing to try to fix this problem. And I'm super blessed to have people that are willing to acknowledge the harm and stand up on behalf of one another, because the hope that we're building in Canada is incredibly powerful, and we have to remind ourselves to be proud, because people are they're thriving for confidence and that you know, that lost testosterone, or the passion and pride for one another. And the farmers that we have here, you know, we've had the mothers, we've had the wives bring the tractors and their horse trailers, and they are a force to be reckoned with. And they're going home at night to milk the cows and give their husbands a warm meal, because they know that if they don't keep the tanks full there is no power in the farm, and they don't want to lose any more than they've already lost. So
Well, thanks for that, Sam. It's always nice to hear you speak. You're so inspirational. Darlene, I haven't heard much from you up in the corner, my love. We cut you off. Can you tell us what you need down there by the ferry? You need people.
That's where they should start.
We
What
need
else?
people. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Community has stepped up like nothing before. They're bringing us coffee all the time, and they brought pizza and chicken nugget food and stuff. So we thanked the community in Alive and told them, you know, we've got more food than people. So we don't need any more food. We need people. If you want to bring us a coffee, come and have a coffee with us. Hold your sign. Tell us your story. Why? What is the carbon tax doing to you that's hurting you? We want to hear your stories. We're doing everything we can to get the people here. We got the greatest independent news media, Cape Breton Originals, Janet Durbany. She's plugging it daily. She's here every day. And we did have the Cape Breton Post do an interview on day one, and it was favorable in the paper. So that's all good. We had one drone, went over and took some pictures, and we got a really nice old truck parked there with our banner on it. The site, the visual here is perfect. The community police are working with us, and they're happy. We don't have the people. I'm not happy. I'm sorry. I don't mean to, but we're not going to make change without people. If we don't have the participants, we feel we're doomed, and nothing's going to change.
don't stress about it, Darlene. Don't stress about it.
We're trying to work on a backup plan, a plan B kind of thing, to the 70% of Canadians and the 70% of premiers want the carbon tax gone. We already know constitutionally we can do something, but how do we do it? So I've been reaching out, trying to get that. I sent an email with all the information to someone that knows a lawyer and possibly can give us some direction. We're looking for direction. Something. We need something to do. You know what I mean? To get this decisive action happening, because nothing's happening. Nothing.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
You know what I mean?
Baby steps.
I don't know. Today, I just felt a little bit defeated. A little bit defeated. I'm keeping my face there, and I'm keeping, dancing on the street kind of thing with the music going, and doing the lives and doing the videos and trying to encourage people to come and stuff. But behind the scenes, I feel a little defeated. That's all.
You just need some love. When people realize that you're
You
out
need
there,
some
these
love.
1,700 people. She needs some love. Everybody go to the ferry in Nova Scotia and give Darlene some love.
And
Share your story.
don't ever feel defeated, okay? We have good days, we have bad days, but we just keep moving forward. Keep your head up high. Don't ever feel like you're defeated. But Judy wants to chime in here.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, given what Sam was saying a little while ago about the hope that even just the Facebook group, even just people watching the live streams, what's been happening for the last couple of days has been incredible. What I can recommend is just, come down to your nearest border, like reach out. We need the numbers. You guys want to experience it. Just come on down. There will be enough food, all things considered. And yeah. And anybody taken from what Miranda said, new people that are showing up, because it's so important. The carbon tax is something that will unite everybody. Yeah, everybody's flag, no matter what they fly, is more expensive now. So, just come on down. talk to the police. I have had some really good conversations. You know, if you're comfortable doing that, you know, same with the media. It's been a few years. I understand that people have been pretty traumatized and they become distrustful. But in the end, we're all Canadians and we're all suffering and we're all being affected by the carbon tax, except, of course, the people that got raises on Monday. So that's, I just want to jump in.
And
Okay.
just to say one quick thing, Dana,
No, you go.
we have brand new people. This is the first time ever protesting coming out for this carbon tax.
Well, what I'm hoping, because we're close to the 1 hour mark, maybe you and I can go for a walk around your camp. Could you take us for a walk around and say hi to some people just to finish off our video, or is that throwing you too far out of the loop?
No, we can do that. There's a lot of people gone to eat, shower, clean up. We still got a few here. Very cold and windy, but we can go for a quick walk. That's not a problem.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I just,
If I can just
put in
say
one thing?
goodbye. Sorry.
Yeah. Can I just put in one thing? I just want to remind people here that I'm not doing this alone. I got other people here that are helping me. This is Paula, and this is Sherry back here. You can see her. Yeah.
We're here, hold the line.
And I just also want to mention that I'm kicked off Facebook for 6 days, and I was also kicked off Twitter. And but later on, I was able to get back on Twitter. So it's been very difficult. Or TikTok, I should say. Yeah, TikTok. I've been kicked off TikTok. I've never heard of anyone getting kicked off TikTok before, but I was shut down. And but I was able to get back on a little later. And the important thing is trying to get people here, and it's hard when they keep not letting the truth get out there, and they keep hiding it.
Exactly, my friend. And this platform is available to you, Gary, at any time.
Yeah.
If you want to come on to ask for something or whatever, you just send me a text message, give me a heads up, and I'm sure myself and Ron, or we can hook up a bunch of our platforms and get your message out there for you. This is how it's going to work. We kind of feel like we're in the war, when everybody's doing these little backdoor videos and meetings and stuff, trying to keep everybody, functioning together. So I just want to let you know that I'm here for you too.
Thank you.
Whatever I can do to give you a hand.
Absolutely. Another thing, I'll jump in here. Yeah, I'll just jump in here quickly and make sure you share this out, and don't just think Canada, like think globally. Share it out everywhere, please.
Absolutely. Okay, well, we're gonna say goodbye to Gary. See you, Gary.
I just want you guys to know that we have an amazing team here. A couple of them here right now. They're spending the night with me, so I'm never alone. So I'm pretty safe. I feel safe that way. And like I say, the police here are great. They're really, really, really supportive of us. Very great. And just for the people out there, just know that Justin Trudeau is not your daddy, okay? He don't give a about you. He only cares about his pocketbook and everybody else, all the world. He gives all our money away. He don't care about us. And this carbon tax, these rebates, no, it's not happening. Not happening.
Justin
Not everybody
Trudeau.
gets them.
Justin
Before
Trudeau,
Sam goes, Dana, I'm gonna jump out to you and leave you with Ron and Sam. I really appreciate what you and Ron and Sam are doing to put this out to the people. Okay, we can't do this alone. This is a national thing that needs to be done with everybody, right? Teamwork is the only thing that's going to solve this. If we don't work together as a country, we'll never get any success of this. And please, again, from the depths of my heart, thank you very much for everything you guys are all doing.
Thank you for everybody too.
Thank you.
See you later,
Sam,
Darlene.
can we FaceTime? Can we do a quick FaceTime, Sam?
Absolutely, Darlene. I'll give you a message after.
Okay, have a lovely evening.
But yeah,
Love you, Darlene.
everybody stay positive. If you got to make lateral movements, ours today, we came off the highway and it actually put a lot more morale in our side because we're safer. We're not stressing. We're actually going to sleep tonight. The numbers aren't here to support the masses on the highway. Darlene, if anything happens, you guys carpool down and see us. We will take great care of you. And we are also hurting for the numbers. There's no denying. I know I'm puzzled as to where our provinces actually are, but I am in understanding that the machine is working against us. We are battling a multi-billion-dollar hornet's nest, and we are trying to kick the crap out of it. And, you know, it takes a stern person to accomplish such a mission. And we all have our different flavor and our different spice. And I'm so thankful for all of you to chime in and contribute your efforts, because together we are a freaking deadly force. And just don't engage these people when they do insert themselves. Be smarter than that. Know that they're trying to steal your vibration, steal your heart. And the rest of the Canada needs, they need us, and they're going to get it. Because as this is going to gain the momentum, we're gonna be the ones that are, you know, we got to rest because we got a big battle ahead of us. The one guy told me, he's like, man, you are only in the first inning and you guys are already thinking you've gone. This is a long game that it's going to take some. It has got them. The machine is letting us that we don't have the upper hand. And you know, I hear the honks, I see the love, and the reality, I'm playing. So much love. God only knows what they're going to throw at me tomorrow. Judy, Ron, Rob, Darlene. I mean, thank you very much, Dana.
Thanks.
You know.
Take care.
We'll talk later, everybody.
Good night.
Take care, guys.
Yeah. Sweet
Thanks,
dreams,
everybody.
Canada, everyone.
Thank you. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, Newfie. Hi, my buddy. So you don't have to show us around if you don't want to, but
That's okay.
You're the only one that got sunlight left,
Right?
the rest of the country.
And we're losing that too, right?
Yeah, just the Canadian flags, and just let us have a little peek, because like people need to see what it is that, like, what you guys are doing and where you are, and you know what the vibe is like. Of course, nobody expects you to be on the road, because what time is it in Alberta time right now?
I can't see the clock. What time did we jump on fights? What, 6:30?
Oh, that's not bad.
No, it's not too bad.
Grub time.
I don't know if I can flip the camera, but I can turn it around for you guys when I get off this magnet here. It's going to be windy out, so we'll have a look for you guys. And, you know, like I said, you know, it's an amazing group of people across this country willing to take a stand. And, you know, it's not an easy task to put yourself out there and, you know, holding that line out there. But the biggest thing is trying to keep everything peaceful, keep people safe at the same time. It is a battle. And, you know, most people are here. They're not going to back down. Like yesterday when they brought all these people in, all the police, it's like everybody's like, okay, we're not moving. We're going to stay here. You know, they will come out. They will flex their muscles around a little bit just to see who's going to say, okay, guys, we're out of here. The police are coming, right? It's like, nah, we're not leaving.
Trying to see if you'll spook. They're trying to see if you'll spook.
Yeah, well, you know, there's different groups out there, but some of us are not budging. So, but I'll have to walk this way for you guys. So we do have some guys over here. We'll see where everybody's hiding. Still a few more down here.
Yay! I wish I was there.
You wish you were here.
I can't wait to
there's quite a few of us here. They're just hanging out right now. Oh, there's Judy. Everybody want to say hi to the world?
Yeah.
Come on, Newfoundland.
So, like, you know, we're here, and they're not leaving.
That's so good.
They're definitely not leaving. Yeah, it's fun. We got some horses. There's more horses coming, which is going to be fun.
You mean
So-
we have our own horses, like on our side horses?
Yeah, well, we had one yesterday. There is more coming. There'll be more on the weekend. So we should have a bunch of horses. I think the Freedom Riders are going to show up. So we will have a bunch of horses out here. And, you know, that definitely makes a statement, too, when they're riding up and down the ditch. When people come by and they're waving that Canadian flag, it just brings a whole different light to people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm even hearing about it, and I'm excited. I want a horse in Newfoundland.
Right? We'll see if we can get George on a horse with his face painted all blue and, get his slogan going.
Like Braveheart. Now
You
that'd be
betcha.
a picture. That would
Right?
be a picture. Oh my God, yes.
So
That's awesome. Well, I think we should probably maybe schedule another one of these in a couple of days.
yeah,
should
and we can do
probably-
it. We can try to do it during the day too. So that way, even different locations, we have some daylight so they can see what's going on in each location, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And hopefully too, by the end of this week, I'll have something more to show you guys from down here in Newfoundland. We're just trying to figure out what's going on with our fisheries. And then from there, we're going to have to see how it goes. So
That's, I mean, you just got to keep standing our ground and, keep doing what we're doing, pushing forward. Faith over fear. Talking with the police yesterday and they're like, well, I have my boss, and I'm like, I do too. And he's right up there, and I have one in the trailer.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Ron. And like I said, if you need anything, I'm a phone call away. Best of luck out there for you guys. And thanks for doing this co-piloted StreamYard with us today to kind of show Canadians what's happening, because so many people are shadow banned. It's not even funny.
Oh, it is. It gets crazy at times, but like I said, don't give up. Don't get frustrated. This is not it's not going to change the world in a day or two. We have a battle ahead of us, but as long as we all stick to our guns, faith over fear, and just don't give up. Do not give up. We're all in this together, no matter where we are across this country or around the world. We're all in this together.
Thank you so much, Ron. Much love to you and Amanda and the crew out there in Alberta, holding strong. Like I said, I'm jealous. Alberta's my second home. Newfie's my first home. So, if something happens and you guys don't get the carbon tax, maybe I'll come hang out with you guys and you can loan me a horse and I'll go blue and I'll be like the blue version of Braveheart.
There you go. There you go. So, but anytime you want to do these in the future, Dana, just reach out and, do definitely give me a call tomorrow and, see how you work out with the fishery down there. Because, they deserve a better wages and better things. The fisheries, a lot of them are generation fisheries, right? They get handed down and, they have to stand up and fight because there's too much foreign countries coming in and fishing out the waters, and they're taking it away from us Canadians.
Of course. It's globalization, right? They're taking everything and they're turning it into big business and squashing middle and small size businesses. Same with the farmers. We got Mexican beef in Canada now. Do you know what I mean? The fisheries are bringing boats in from other places for our processing plant. So, we have to stand up for our right to be able to provide for our families and to maintain even our culture, right? If the fisheries dies in Newfoundland, that's our culture. That's where we started. It's very, very important for us to do that. So thank you so much.
You betcha. Love you guys. And give me a call tomorrow and let me know what's happening down home.
I will. Take care, Ron. Say hi to Amanda.
Right.
Much love, everybody.
I just come and knock on my door. I've been waiting for you. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Fun.
All right. You guys have a good night. Love each and every one of you guys. God bless you and stay the course.
Thank you, Ron. Take care, my love.
You betcha. Have a good night. Bye, guys.
There you have it, folks. That was your first check-in on a national scale as to what is happening with the Axe to Tax protest nationwide. And as you can see, the spirits are high. People are excited, but we need more people to show up in order for us to be able to hold that line. So we're hoping on this weekend you can find your local area, grab a flag, make some noise, bring your car, bring your children, and just stand up and be with Canadians and, be part of history, because all of this stuff is part of history. No matter what, to see Canadians rise and stand up for what they believe in is something that will go down at this point in time as being one of the most profound, strong, inspirational, courageous things that we can do. So thank you very much for watching, and Godspeed.